What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Motherland Experience. It's your girl, Naya here, and I have a very special video planned for you. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. I have a very special guest sitting here with me today. His name is Hugh, and he's going to go over him being a diaspora, being here in Ghana. So you guys, please help me welcome Brother Hugh. Hi, Hugh.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good.
Thank you so much for being on the channel. Okay. It's an absolute pleasure. So can you please tell our lovely viewers, how long have you been traveling to Ghana?
Well, since August 21st of 2022, I've been here 8 times since then. Yeah, so I've come.
8?
Yeah, I've come the first from August to September. That was my first experience, and then I fell in love with the place, and so then I found reason, different ideas that I wanted to explore. So I kept coming back every month after that, and so this is why I find myself here now.
Oh wow! So where are you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Is anybody from Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Whoop, whoop, shout out. So tell me something. When you arrived here in Ghana, what was the first feeling that you got?
Well, having been to Israel, coming here to Ghana, you can feel the spirit or the Ruach HaKodesh amongst the people here. You can feel the spirit when you get off the plane. And so that you know that there's a familiarity when you see the people. I felt like I was amongst the people where I belonged. And so that's where, that's the first feeling that I got when I stepped off the plane. And then when I started seeing familiar faces, those Shemitic, fully bearded black men, or Hebrew men, then I knew that I was right amongst the people.
Okay, I'm loving the way he talks, right? I mean, I can tell that you're a brother in the truth, and I love it. I really do. So when you saw those faces, I guess you saw, like you said, you saw yourself and ancestors.
I did. I saw it, and then I felt it. Though we different on how we go about our forms of spirituality, the spirit is still the same.
Exactly, it's the same people.
It's the same, and so that's what I felt when I was here amongst the people.
Oh, wow. That's just awesome. So tell me, how being here in Ghana, how do you like the culture, the people, and just the whole vibe of Ghana overall?
Well, the culture is a realignment of the house of Israel over here in Ghana. One of the things where in my research, I wrote a book called Concealed in Sight, The Bloodline Israelites.
Ooh, okay, so you're an author?
Yes, I am.
Okay, guys.
I wrote a book. So I was fully aware that the northern 10 tribes were scattered over here into West Africa. And so they got here, they were placed here by Sennacherib in approximately 700 BC. And so by attempting to get rid of Judah, that was the first time, the reason why they got exiled out of Israel. And then, coming here again, when they were succeeded with getting rid of Judah again in 1600s, 1500s, the culture here is the realignment of the house of Israel, the body, the culture, the elements. You see the elements of the culture still are prevalent today, i.e., a couple of examples would be your number with the house of your father. This is still here. That's Torah. Also, circumcision on the 8th day. We still have that here. Not touching a woman while she's on her cycle. We still have the culture. And so, So it felt like a coming home or a realignment, and that's my goal. That's what I'm called to do. I understand that that's what I'm here to do. To help assist with realigning the house of Israel. Wow.
Well, it's so interesting you saying that, because I've heard that myself about tribes that are here, and even the Ewe tribe that's toward the Volta region. They know their lineage, and there's been like some Hebraic words that they know, and even throughout the continent as well, and I find that very interesting. So it's like we never left. We never left.
But for me, it's when I'm dealing with the people, it's Judah has to be reminded that the prophecy states that Judah would no longer vex Ephraim, which was the northern 10 tribes were referred to as Ephraim, the house of the northern tribes were referred to as of Ephraim. Judah would no longer provoke them, and Ephraim would no longer be envious of Judah. So when we come, we do have to be mindful to humble ourselves, because what we have learned and what they have learned is, what good is a body without the head?
Let's
true. Make this crystal clear.
That's true.
The scepter will never leave from the house of Judah. These are the words of the Most High.
Exactly.
So, and what good is the head of Judah? What good is the head without its body? So we have learned that we need each other.
We do.
We need each other. And so this is one of them things. So that spirit, in the vein of that pursuit or fulfilling or trying to play a role in the realignment of the house of Israel, that's a surreal feeling. I cannot.
Wow.
I cannot.
I have to say, you are so deep. I didn't expect coming on here getting like history lesson and, things of that nature. I didn't expect this. So this is a complete shock to me. It really, really is. Yeah. So being here in Ghana, you being from the States, as a Black man from Wisconsin, you know about white supremacy. How does it feel being here in Ghana as a Black man?
Well, when you leave, when you touch down, you can immediately start to feel the tentacles of white supremacy, or the ailment of bondage leave. Yes. It dissipates. Yes, you can feel it. You can feel it.
You're right.
And I call it the symptoms of white supremacy, because when we are around these infected people, and let's be crystal clear, the Most High refers to them as our enemies. When he said, I will deliver you over to your enemies, then we're the fool to try to call these people our friends. So at the end of the day, when you are getting off the plane, you can feel the symptoms of captivity start to dissipate and start to it's just a freedom that comes along.
Exactly. It just like leaves your body. It really does. It like just leaves you. And I think it's just an upliftment, of being here from the States or even from other places in the West. It's a freedom that you have never felt before.
Absolutely.
So with being here in Ghana, have you, other than Israel, have you traveled to any other African country?
Yes, I've been to Egypt.
So have I.
I stopped over in Ethiopia, and oh my
How was
goodness,
that?
It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe, but I like being primarily around Shemitic, African, as Shemitic Israelites and the Hebrews.
Being like in Egypt, it's a Hamitic nation, but also you could tell that we were held in captivity there because there's even some like Hebraic writings there in Egypt as well. So it's kind of like a two-edged sword, I guess you would say, but it's an overwhelming experience. Yes. It really, really is. So in your travels, by being here in Ghana, how do you feel? Because I can tell that you feel very passionate about being here and connecting with your brothers and sisters here. So how do you feel by being from the diaspora? How can we connect together,
Well, there's a sense of pride of one knowing who I am. And I want to kill this misconception about that we in America, we didn't know who we are. You have some arrogant African people say, you don't know who you are, right? And we're like, nah, we know who we are.
Right.
You the one fighting over tribalism and lost your identity. So how was that the case? So we knew, because our slave receipts said 50 Hebrew wenches for sale, 50 Hebrew bucks for sale. Yes. We understood and we knew, and we have the fight of spirit that's different than what is that you see here. So I want to kill that perception that we didn't know who we are. Nah, we knew who we were, but prophecy needed to be fulfilled when Hashem said that I will cause the memory of you to cease from amongst men, and Deuteronomy 32 and 28.
Come on.
So when you have that, so this is what, at the advent of cinematic distribution, this is where the white supremacists began to paint their images or visually depict themselves as us. And so it feels good to come over here to reattach with the house and the house of Israel. And and so on and so forth.
What you're saying is very interesting to me, because I feel that because of our bloodline, I feel that we're here to come and to almost kind of like sound the alarm for our brothers and sisters here, so we can all, get this, and really for the white supremacist system to be just totally shaken off of us as a people, as a whole, as a nation, because we are a nation of people. So with you saying that, we do have an idea of who we are, so I really love your attitude. I love your spirit. I really, really do. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing.
Well, I appreciate that.
So with you being here in Ghana, are you planning to live here?
Yes, I am planning to. I'm in the process now of acquiring some land in order to build a transitional living space for the diasporians, so that they do not have to feel as if they're taking a step down in standard of living when they come into Africa. Because make no mistakes about it, we have been lied to about Africa. We've been brainwashed to believe that people are swinging from trees and there's nothing here, which is just,
that is just a crazy misconception.
This place is heaven on earth for me. Right? And even with the similar spirit that I feel in the land of Israel, but right now that place is downtrodden and infused with a whole lot of Yaphetic nations. And so therefore, from the Ashkenazi to the so-called Palestinians and so on and so forth, or the whiter complected Palestinians. So the Yaphetic people is just too many, and I personally do not. I just don't want to be around Yaphetic nations right now.
No,
this is a time for us to heal and to realign ourselves. And to be clear, for those of us, you're gonna see some forms of idolatry when you come here to Ghana. You're gonna see it.
It's crazy, right? That blew
you're
my
gonna
mind.
see it.
It really did. When we first came here, my mother and I was like, it was different. It was very interesting seeing, white Jesus on trotros and taxis. It took a lot.
Oh my gosh.
It took a lot.
And it's one of those things. I want to address something as well for those who are going to see it, because I know words are powerful and impactful.
Yes.
One of the things that this big story they talk about, Christianity was an African thing before the white folks came along. Well, if that was indeed the case, how is it that the northern 10 tribes who were scattered over here in West Africa, why did they have to be reintroduced to a concept of Hashem having a son?
I mean,
if they already
never
knew
thought of it that way, but it's true. Yeah.
We never had that concept.
Right.
It's not ours. So my job over here, so let me be clear. So my experience here is to make sure to clear up to tear down all lies and to humbly assist with realigning ourselves with the house or the body of Israel, because we need each other. They have learned now that, oh no, we've been trying to get rid of Judah for 3,000 years. Right?
Listen, they can never get rid of us.
Yeah,
okay?
but they got us on them ships, and now they done suffered the consequence. And we being in our pride, instead of we come along and then we say, well, we the house of Judah, we the kings and the queens of Israel. You humble yourself.
Exactly.
Because what good are you without your body?
Exactly. And us taking on that mantle,
right,
that comes with a lot of responsibility.
It absolutely does.
You know what I'm saying? A lot.
You have to keep and monitor the law. You understand? And so you have to stand on it.
Statutes and commandments.
Absolutely.
And all that.
So it's been a very good experience. It's been a very spiritual and heartwarming experience. And let me be crystal clear. The prophecy states that we will realign in West Africa. And I like to bring up Zephaniah 3:9, where it says, from beyond the rivers of, the word there is from the opposite side of Ethiopia or Cush. And I know a lot of people say from beyond the rivers, or the King James translation say from beyond the rivers, but it's actually from the opposite side of Ethiopia. The daughters of my dispersed will bring my offering. And who was the dispersed to the four corners of the earth? That's Judah.
That's right.
That's Judah and Levi and those of us in the Western Hemisphere.
Yes.
We will return. Make no mistakes about it. There will be more than 40 million plus of us returning.
Wow.
So this place, this is a good place to to start to prepare ourselves and at least have a footing on the ground to help accommodate those of us who will return. And so that's what I'm over here doing, trying to set up a place, a transitional living space for those diasporians coming over.
It really is. That's amazing, because anyway how we can, because I feel that we're the forerunners being here, and any way how we can make the transition easier for our brothers and sisters coming from the West, because we know what it's like being over there. And if we can come here and make it easier, because it's a different system.
Absolutely.
It comes with its challenges.
Yes, it does.
And any way how we can help to make a softer landing for each other, I think we should. So I applaud your work.
Yeah, and it's because this place is so beautiful.
It's
so, and I look at it, I look at the whole of it, right? All they're missing is our refinements. See, we bring refinements and build nations. This is why everybody wanted their hand on us, right? So we know how to build nations and add those refinements. And Ghana has a beautiful nation, right?
It is.
Once you add in our refinements, everyone will want to be here.
See?
Everyone will come here. Everyone will want to be here. The demand, I mean, if you can grab some land, you need to grab it now.
Grab it.
Because when you have 40 plus million people descending upon this place, let's be clear, it's not an option. It will happen because it's prophecy. And the Most High word is true. And so at the end of the day, this will happen. This is the time to be here.
I think so too, Hugh. I really do. I feel that it's the time. A gentleman that I interviewed, he called Ghana, he described Ghana as like the Big Apple in terms of like an opportunities and just living here in general. So do you feel you want to take a bite of that Big Apple?
Hey, I'm in. Absolutely. I'm all in. You know, the funny thing is when I hear the people and they talk about the president, some of them don't like, some of them do. Dislike, I should say dislike his policies. Some of them love his policies, but this is the thing. I'm not familiar with that. I haven't been here long enough, so I won't even try to claim to know the intricacies of his policies or decision making. But I do know that he fulfilled prophecy. The Most High used him to call us back, like he says in Genesis 15 and 13, for 400 years, know for surety, Abram, that your descendants will be enslaved in a land that is not theirs, and they will serve and afflict them for 400 years.
Yes.
In this video, I want to clear up this misconception that did not happen in the land of Israel. Period.
Okay.
We were not in bondage for over 400 years in the land of Israel. In fact, you can estimate about 80 years of torment in the land of Israel. We did not come into Israel on slave ships. We walked down into Israel. And then once you read the scriptures, you will see that not only did Joseph and the Israelites, Joseph's grandchildren, none of them seen poverty. That's in Exodus 1. You can just Exodus 1. There was peace, and we had peace in the land of Israel. We were given the land of Goshen in the north. So, and we were plenteous and prosperous there. So that was not that 400-year prophecy in the land of Israel.
Wow.
So whoever been teaching
I've heard that before.
Right. So your teachers need to go re-examine those scriptures that did not happen in the land of Israel. I mean, in Egypt. This was talking about in the Western Hemisphere, in the bondage that we had endured.
Wow, I have to say this is some food for thought, guys. I never thought about this. You see why this brother is on here? I'm getting like chugged full of information. It's like my head is just like like this. But you're bringing a lot of facts and a lot of, like I said, food for thought. You know, so like I said, I didn't expect to come here to get a history lesson, but I have, thanks to you. So you being an author, so can you tell us more about your book, where to get it, if people want access to it?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. It's called Concealed Inside the Bloodline Israelites. And the book does not challenge the idolatry of our people. It's goes into great detail as to who we were from the beginning, who we've always been, where we were dispersed to. I got full and complete evidence in the book in Hebrew, directly right in front of your eyes. You can see it. there was no stone unturned in order to make this as clear and concise as it needed to be for our people to understand who we were and who we are and where we're going.
Wow, that sounds so intriguing. Are you listening? Are you going to give me a copy?
Yes, I got you. I got you.
You got me?
Yes, I do. Yes, you got me on camera. I got you a copy. So therefore, my word is about Bob.
Now I want to read it. I really, really do. I want to read it. So Hugh, oh my gosh, we could talk for hours.
Yes,
we really could. We could talk for hours. It's just been a pleasure you being on the channel. Thank you so much, for your time, bringing all this forth. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. So,
thank you for having me.
And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And please don't forget to like, comment, share this video with others, and subscribe, of course. And all of this information will be in the description box, okay? And I will see you next time. Bye.
Shalom.